Welcome to Mastering Metabolism. My name is Zach Finney, and this is a passion project that I decided to start so that I could grow deeper into my passions and share my deepest interests with the world, and hopefully help you as well to move closer toward your goals in health and fitness and overall human performance. So quickly, what I want to do today is just share my overarching philosophy. My journey started as a personal trainer. I started really wanting to fully understand the physical body, how to move correctly, what postures am I training and conditioning, right? Strength and conditioning is just that. It's conditioning behaviors and habits, movement habits, postural behaviors and habits. And really that is the total thesis here, is that holistic health and human performance means auditing and crafting the habits and behaviors that we have downloaded into our nervous system. And so there are 4 different categories where we need to be mindful of these things and craft our habits and behaviors specifically for the outcomes that we want. So the question is, what movement habits, what physical exercise related habits and behaviors have I adopted? Have I made a part of my lifestyle? Part 2 is the nutrition habits and behaviors. Nutrition, hydration, supplementation. What are the habits and behaviors that I've downloaded into my nervous system to the point where it's automatic? I just do these things because it's a part of who I am. Part 3 is mental, emotional habits. This one's a little bit more nuanced, as it is the deeper you go with anything, but thoughts and emotions are habits. Somebody who has practiced fearful and anxious thoughts and behaviors, as I have done in the past to a significant extent, then you have correlated anxious and fearful emotions. And so you kind of become this anxious and fearful person, and it becomes a part of your nervous system. It's automatic. It's just part of who you are. And then what happens beyond that? Then you start to carry out and engage in anxious and fearful, worried behaviors, which is, shy behaviors, something that is very natural for me to do and to not put myself out there this way, which is why I got started with some public speaking groups, communication. This is something that I'm trying to practice. So thoughts and emotions, which then lead to different actions and behaviors. And last but not least is the spiritual part of who we are. This is not to be overlooked. I grew up in a very spiritual household. My father was a pastor for many, many years, for most of my childhood. And so I was exposed to this concept that there's more to life than just the physical. And so that's a very important part of life to me, and a living philosophy to me. And so these are the 4 categories that I want to speak on, that I want to share about, and that I want to learn more about myself so that I can then share more with you. And that way you can become a stronger version of yourself along with me and whoever else may be interested. The second part of my overarching philosophy is human performance, because that's the whole purpose of getting healthy, right? Becoming holistically healthy, vital, vibrant, energized is so we can go and do something with all that energy, right? So that is the philosophy. Holistic health, having a relationship with all the different parts of who we are and managing those things in a way that moves us closer to our overarching goals, which are the goals oriented toward the way that we want to show up in the world, the things that we want to accomplish. So this is Mastering Metabolism. I chose that name because I think metabolism speaks to health and fitness and performance, right? Metabolism is energy levels, it's vitality. And so how can we raise our vitality to the highest level that we possibly can for ourselves so that we can go and share the best version of ourselves with the world and be creative individuals? That's my goal here with Mastering Metabolism. I just wanted to share a quick introduction, who I am, and what my intentions are with this. So if there's questions right off the bat, drop them in the comments, let me know, and I look forward to speaking with you again very soon. Thanks.